we knew what it meant to us to be able to say thank you. But when they started to see what it meant to their patients who were getting to say thank you by writing a nomination, bringing the patient or family member to the Daisy Award celebration, and the elevation and relationship that was so visible between that patient and that nurse, and therefore their organization, that became extremely important as well. So as Mark said, the evidence has been now profound, and we continue to drive that with research that we do because we care so much about ensuring that everyone understands meaningful recognition is really serving a purpose in nursing.
It certainly is. Yeah, we've talked about it again for so many years, but nothing ever really happens. You folks have really, started the bandwagon, started the process going where people thought about that a great deal. Your chapter is amazing. The message is so strong. If I had to ask you, what is the main takeaway from your chapter? One thought that will certainly lead to transformative change for our viewers and for others. And then I have a couple of guests on the line who really want to. I don't know how they're on this line instead of the other, but it doesn't matter. I think they're two people you perhaps have mentored. I know one of them was someone to whom I was introduced by you, so I'll let them on at the end as well. But if you would be so kind, they're both amazing gentlemen. So what would be the takeaway? What thought that would lead to transformative change?
Well, we had 3 calls of action that we put into our chapter. And the one that, if I had to choose among them, the one that I really, we're very focused on right now is really having healthcare leaders call on the public to, as we are calling on the public, to ensure the public understands the incredible value and importance that nurses serve in our society, not just in taking care of us, but overall in our society. So we, in partnership with AARP, for example,
right,
an initiative going on to make sure the public understands it's easy to say thank you to your nurse and why it's so important that you do that. So we are urging all of our partners that have the Daisy Award and honor nurses with our program to use their Daisy stories to reach out into their communities and ensure that the public appreciates, respects, and values nurses and wants to nominate. I know they want to say thank you, but give them an easy way to nominate nurses for the Daisy Award. So that's one of the key calls to action. Secondly, we have heard, and Mark's been on this bandwagon for years, nurses say to us over and over again, when they get the Daisy Award and they read the impact that they've had on a family, oh, I didn't do anything special. I was just doing my job.
I always say that.
It is I tease nurses about where in the nursing curriculum did you learn to say that, because it is so commonly said. And what we're asking nurses to do is own the value, speak your message, speak your voice of the powerful effect you have and the role you play in healthcare. Do not underestimate and take for granted the work that means so much to us when we're in your care. And as Mark often says, when someone says to you, oh, it's nothing, and I've just poured my heart out to you about what you've done for me, you're negating the importance of what it means to me to say thank you to you. Just say thank you back, right? Accept it, take it in, and recognize the incredible value you serve in our society every day. So those are 2 really key messages for what we're trying to get out to nursing leaders and nursing and to the public.
I think sometimes as a nurse that it is difficult for us to realize that what we are doing, and I know they say it's part of their job, that what we are doing is beyond the scope of the job. Yes. Because there are so many of us who entered this profession for a purpose, and there is such joy in the profession that it just seems as if it fits. So going that extra mile, doing that extra thing, being there for someone, lending an ear, wiping a brow, just listening, yes, makes all the difference in the world. But for many of us, it is a part of what we do. So I can imagine that it would be challenging for many nurses.
But really, the Daisy, go ahead, Mark.
Well, I was just going to say, Janet, that the overwhelming number of nurses that are honored with the Daisy Award, it's not their clinical skill that is being honored. It's right, the way the care was delivered. And that's what makes the difference between the nurse and everybody else, I guess, that it's the compassion that is there. And I really get on my soapbox on this. I didn't do anything special because it is so bloody special of what a nurse is in the hours of need, in the comfort. That's the person who delivers it, and it just I get kind of emotional about it sometimes because it really upsets me when they say I didn't do anything special.
It's the advocacy, it's the comfort, the compassion, the voice that nurses give their patients when patients don't have a voice. It's so rich of what nurses do. This doesn't happen in every career in the universe.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I was just thinking about that in sales or in something else. You could not even imagine having that opportunity to share the moment with someone in the moment that makes a huge difference in their lives as well as in yours. So you're right. It is the compassion. It is the empathy. It is the advocacy. It is the navigation. It is taking people through what they need to go through to be able to master the process. And let's face it, our healthcare system is very challenging. If you ever show up at a hospital without an advocate, it's pitiful just thinking about what might happen.
So it is about the relationships that nurses create so naturally with patients and with their families. And that's what we really want to honor, celebrate, emphasize, and make nurses understand they are truly unique.